Hi, this is DL with the Voice of Life, and as promised, today we're going to be doing some sounding that arises from the exercise called topping off. All of these practices are exercises in shamanic voice work. So the breath obviously is very important to the voice and being able to sound. Without the breath, we really wouldn't be able to sing or speak. The breath is what carries our tone, and also something far more important than that, our breath carries our intent and the you could say the energetic signature of the words that we're speaking or singing. So as you know, with the topping off breath, just to review quickly, you are exhaling all the air out of your lungs and then breathing in a nice full deep breath, and you're holding that and then taking in a little more air so your lungs feel completely expanded, and it's helping to stretch that whole the capacity of your lungs and the diaphragm, and then you are holding that breath, and just to the point of where you just start to get uncomfortable, and then you release the breath. Now, topping off is really critical to the shamanic voice work. What it does is it helps us get in touch with our repressed and stuffed sounds and expressions, and so we're using it today as a springboard for toning. And let's go ahead and do a topping off breath, and just for the sake of warming up and feeling that breath, and then what we'll do is go into some sounding. So exhale all the air from your lungs, and then take a nice deep full inhalation. And at the top of that breath, take in a little more. And now hold that breath at the top for as long as is comfortable. And right to the point where, see if you can push a little, but don't push so much that it becomes uncomfortable or creates any stress or anxiety or fear. Although that might come up anyway, but just see if you can hit that edge. And as you're holding that breath, letting that breath kind of find its way through your body, you might feel expansion happening or shifting, or certain muscles releasing, other muscles tensing. See if you can just let that happen and feel all the subtleties and changes within your body as you're holding your breath. And then as you exhale, just let that breath be released and feel how good it feels to let it go. Okay, now what we're going to be doing is sending the breath this time into our solar plexus, which is this area right here, the third chakra. It's your power center. And as you do that, as you move the breath down into that center, I want you to focus on, first of all, how that area, that chakra, feels to you, and also use the breath like a sponge or a vacuum to absorb whatever energy is being held in that center. And when you hold the breath, just feel, and again, keep that visualization going of absorbing with the breath. And then when you exhale, you're going to let a sound arise on the voice to be carried out on that exhalation. Now, the thing about it is there's many different ways to sound, and people will have all kinds of different results to doing this exercise. Now, the thing is, what we're looking for is a very authentic sound. We're not looking for something that sounds beautiful or on any particular pitch, that has any particular volume. We want this to be a very free, satisfying sound, satisfying to the body, satisfying to the authentic self. So I'm going to demonstrate for you, and then you'll have a chance to replay, and then you can practice this yourself. So I'm going to do the start off with the topping off breath. So you get the idea that there's no particular sound that's going to come out. I never know what's going to come out until it comes out, and that's what you want. You don't want something that is somehow manipulated by the mind. The more satisfying, it's like there's this satisfaction scale, and every time you do the breath and you make a sound on it, what you want to do is rate the sound that you made on a satisfaction scale, and of 1 to 10, with 1 being it didn't quite feel right, something was off. Either you shortened its life by cutting it off because you were a little afraid of what was coming out, or it might have just been I don't know, just something that the mind was on and you could tell, to something along a 5, which would be that felt okay, it felt pretty good, but I could tell that there was more there. And then all the way to a 10, which is, wow, that sound felt great. It felt authentic. It felt like it had its full life, and that I just enjoyed it thoroughly. So you're always, of course, working along this continuum and always trying to get to a 10. That sound that I just reproduced, or produced, I didn't exactly reproduce it, was about a 5 or 6. I felt like there was more going on in there that I could get to. And of course, in a shamanic voice work session, what we're doing is we are repeating this breath exercise, working through all the chakras, and repeating it over and over again, working through whatever is being stored or held in the chakras, until we are expressing sounds that are completely authentic and also completely satisfying. So that is a little introduction to the toning aspect of shamanic voice work. And feel free, if you have any questions or comments, to list them here. I'd be happy to answer questions as well. So take care, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. Sweet.